Welcome. This is a warm-up that I do before most of my classes, or at least very similar to one I do before most of just to see, how we're feeling, what our range of movement is to begin with, any aches that we might need to be aware of before we go any further. So we're starting off in tabletop, nice relaxed back, get comfortable on the mat, spread, and from the relaxed position, we can inhale and exhale to round and inhale to let the chest fall down slightly. And these can be slowed down, speeded up as much as you like. So round on the exhale, inhale, a little lean forward. Depending on how it feels on that back, you might keep it straight or you might just lift it up a little bit. So from here, we're going to stretch our right leg back, plant it flat, get stable on the left side, and then bring that right arm up and over. If it's stable, maybe lift your gaze towards that lifted hand. Keep the breath steady. Keep a good strong reach up and over. And we might lift the right leg. Keeping it straight, engage the thigh muscles, stretch that foot back. And as always, control coming back out of it, foot down, knee down, hand down. And I'm just doing a couple more cat-cows just to, break up things and ease off that back a little bit more. Opposite side, left foot flat, stable on the right side, strong reach over with the left arm. And again, depending on how we feel, we can gaze up towards that lifted hand, lift the back leg. We can also bend that back knee and bring the foot in if we wish to. There's obviously different things we can do from here. The idea is to try and keep it stable. And again, we're coming back down, nice and controlled, into tabletop. And a couple more cat-cows just to ease up the back again, free things up. Now from here, I'm just doing some hip circles on the right side, so the right knee's out to the right side. Just manoeuvring that thigh in the right hip socket, different angles, different directions. Then I'm stretching it all the way back. So a gentle lift up into the chest and extending that left arm strong and straight in front. So with a bird dog position, we might come slightly forward over the front wrist if that's comfortable to do. We can look down, we can gaze ahead, we can close our eyes. Coming out of it, opposite side. So again, some gentle hip circles. We know the hips take a lot of effort, don't they, in yoga? So it's important just to see what the range of movement is. Again, different directions, different angles, up to the side, in, out, stretching it all the way back. Lift up into the chest. And then a strong reach ahead with the right hand. Left arm, nice and stable. Breathe, slow it down if that's comfortable for you to do. Close the eyes maybe. Control, we're back into tabletop. Keeping the hips stacked over the knees, we're just going to walk our hips a little bit further back. And we're coming into a puppy dog stretch. So again, keeping the hips stacked. So the hips are pushing slightly back and we're walking the hands forward. Lower the chest to the mat. Arms flat, or you can just come down to forearms, of course. You might also engage the hands, fingertips on the mat and lift up a little bit into the shoulders. The shoulder stretch going on as well. From here, we can also lower the head, bend the elbows back behind our head, and have the hands together. This will stretch the traps at the top of the back. This is quite a nice thing to do before we go any further as well in the class. Back into tabletop. Inhale, good strong reach up to our right, gaze right, getting a good twist into the back as well. Shoulder high. control, plant, breathe. Inhale, opposite side. In this case, it's the left hand. Up it goes. Strong reach, gaze. Breathe. Exhale, down it comes. And to finish off, we're going to bring our knees together and just pivot the feet and ankles from left to right. Here we're trying to get a good twist into the back as much as the hips. So get a good twist into that middle back. Then feet down, knees back apart. And here we're taking a child pose, bum to heels, head to mat maybe, arms by the sides. I always prefer to have the hands out in front. So here they are in front. Breath steady. There's a bit of reflection, what the warm-up was like, any aches that we might have seen, might have experienced. From here, we're going to come forward. Now here we're going to come into Cobra, and then we're going to come into Sphinx. So Sphinx is with the forearms flat. A gentle lift up into the spine, nothing too much. But again, if this is painful or uncomfortable, then maybe we'll need to just be aware of that during the practice. And then back into downward dog, and then we can continue with the next stage of the class.